Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Monday, April 21st, 2025, and this is a new week and the beginning of another series of my daily vlogs where each morning I come in the studio, turn the lights and camera first thing and talk to you about what I've been doing next, and the results of those things in my endeavors to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. It's been a rough weekend, and we'll see how the week goes, but we'll talk about that a little bit toward the end. I have a patient I'm keeping an eye on here at the house, so my focus has kind of shifted a bit. But let's start by rewinding to Friday. Yeah, Friday. I had so many weeks it was staggered. I'm like, was that last week a Friday? Yes, it was a Friday that we last spoke. So when we talked, I had several things I wanted to get done, and I did some of them. I didn't do others, and I did more things that I hadn't planned on doing. So from Thursday, we had the iRobot live stream with some giveaways, and I picked the random draw thing where it picks hashtags for the winners. I chose those. I set up the announcement, and it went like 2.5 days before any of them responded. I'm like, did I post that correctly? Did I miss something? Whatever. It just took a while for people to notice. But a couple days in, and now all the winners have contacted me. 2 have been awarded, and 1 more. We're just waiting to button it up. I did a little podcast writing that I needed to because we were recording yesterday, which we got to later in the afternoon. Friday, of course, was the release of the latest Friday plays. I chosen Fast Eddie. I think who did that? 20th Century Fox? I think so. Yeah. And I did quite well, probably above average, just a little bit. 3,200 views since Friday that thing has done. I think we found that between 2 and 3 is the average, and so this is kind of just above, general average for those, which is surprising. Super simple game, which was the thrust of the video, how ridiculously simple it is and yet still fun. So pretty happy with that. I also worked on prepping the next round of shorts, so I shifted back. So I think at one point I had taken all of my tier videos and I had already broken them into shorts. However, now that I can have up to 3-minute shorts and I have a new format for them and they're doing so well, I'm reproducing those and taking a second bite at the apple with them. And I think it's doing quite well. The magic ones are running out now. I shifted back and I grabbed the old Parker Vision, Parker Brothers tier. So I'm chopping that up. I got them all broken up, but I still have to get the captions on them and everything. So over the next few days, I'll get those out because I have about 5 more Imagics to go out before those do. So that'll run me for, heavens, I think there's like 20 in there. Yeah, that'll run me for several weeks. Let's see, we did do the podcast recording Friday afternoon. We got that finished. That's the one we'll edit tomorrow together. I'm back on schedule with that. George has another bit-by-bit news item that came out just yesterday. Just under 1,000 on that. He's doing some weird new experiment where he's broken it apart and multi-streaming it or multi-publishing it to its own channel, which is diluting the stats. So I don't know how accurate that is anymore, but even so, it did about 1,000 views. So we'll see how that experiment goes. Let's talk about stats then. So, yeah, did I do them? Yeah, I did. I'm just checking. Sometimes I get to this point and go, oh no, I forgot to do them, but I did them. So let's bring up my stats here. I'd like to be at or above this midpoint, which represents 13,000 views and 130 subscribers average over the last 7 days. And we're at our targets or above, which is cool. So you can see we hit 13,000 views right on the button, actually just a 0.02 or something, a little bit above. Subscribers, 191 subscribers average over the last 7 days, so still up around what we have been seeing lately. When we spoke on Friday, we were at 92,600 and about a quarter. So certainly we expected we might hit 93 by the time we speak this morning, and we did. 93,190-ish, like 91 when I looked. So I'm gambling we didn't quite make it to 93.2 by the time I post this, but maybe we did. We're real close. We're right there. So we're almost at 93.2, give or take. Okay, let's talk about today then. A lot of normal stuff and a lot of typical Monday stuff, really getting things rolling. So I'll cut the new Celebrating Yesteryear for Retro Days and get that delivered. I'll continue to work the ranking tier. I would love to get that out for Saturday. I really got to buckle down. I'm going to do that because I have too much work to do that I haven't gotten done yet. But that's my target, is to get that out this week. We'll see. I'm going to continue working on those shorts in between things when I get an opportunity to. I have a little bit of podcast editing prep to do to get that stuff ready so we can edit it tomorrow and be ready out the gate. Like, I think I got most of the elements together, just a couple little chop up pieces, get the ads ready and stuff. I need to pick a Friday plays. I haven't done that yet. I have a few candidates. I played around with a few games over the weekend, but none really kind of cracked in my head like, oh, here's an angle I could do on that. We'll see. And I want to get back into the routine of doing my Tuesday live streams. I missed a couple because of travel, but I need to pick up something. If it's nothing, I'll just redo something we've already done, because just to hang out and, I just have to choose, is there a new game I want to play, or is I want to go back to Utopia or whatever? I don't know, but I'll pick something and get it ready and announced and get the placeholder published so that we can be ready and people know it's coming in on Tuesday. So all of that, in between that, or I should say that is in between taking care of my wife. She fell ill over the weekend. We went to the ER, like flu symptoms, but they did all the tests, and it's none of the big crazy flus or COVID things that are going around right now, but she's definitely under the weather, and chills and sweats, and anyway, keep an eye on her, back and forth kind of thing. So it won't be long periods of focus, because I just need to pop in and make sure she's doing well. And who knows, something could pop up where we need to go in to a doctor or something. All those will take precedence, but right now it's just keep an eye on that. She's off work and relaxing and trying to feel better. Got some prescriptions, all that stuff. So, so just a distraction from regular work, but it's that's what I'm working for, is to take care of folks. So no problem there. I think that's it. Yeah, that's enough. That's way more than enough for a Monday, certainly. So, have any pending news? I don't think so. So, let me go ahead and see what I can do to get busy. Thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog, if that's what you did. If you're one of those crazy pleeps that are here every day, you already know I love you for that. Thank you for being here so regularly and helping keep me motivated on, especially days like today where so many other things are going on that could pull my attention. This has got me focused, got my day planned, and got my week off to a start. So have a great start to your week. Have a good Monday. Don't forget to do something good for yourself too. And I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.